Hey everybody, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this 12-inch Reverb Granny Square. And I'm going to be showing you how to make it in 3 colors and in 4. For this project, I used worsted weight yarn, which is 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia. And also you're going to need a tapestry needle because when you cut your yarn it will create tails. And also you're going to need a 6mm hook, which is a size J hook for the US, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors. Okay, to begin I'm going to go ahead and use this lighter color because the color I want to make is a darker color and you won't be able to see it as well. So I'm afraid it's not going to show up so well on the screen, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to begin with this lighter color, and then I'll switch over when I get to the gray and stuff. Another thing is the first 5 rounds, no matter if you're doing the 4 color or the 3 color, the first 4 rounds of the pattern, the colors that it tells you to do will be the same for the 3 and the 4. So the first 5 rounds follow the color directions for both 3 and 4 color grannies. Okay, to begin, to start, you want to chain 3. You'll chain 3 and then, wait, let me get a little closer. It feels like I'm a little far. You want to go ahead and chain 3 and you're going to slip stitch in this very first chain to form a ring. So for round 1, you want to chain 2 and then, sorry for those honks outside. You want to work in this center ring, and I like to work over my tail, and you're going to put 11 double crochets worked in that. So I'm going to make sure I work over my tail here while I do this. The beginning chain 2 will count as a stitch, so after you do your 11 double crochets you should have a total of 12 stitches. So go ahead and do your 11 double crochets and I'll see you back here in a moment. Okay, I did my 11, counting the chain 2 here. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Total of 12 stitches. To end round 1, you want to slip stitch in the top of the beginning chain 2, and that will end round 1. For round 2, you're going to stick with the same color, which I'm calling the first color, and bring your tail up because you want to work over this too. So for round 2, you want to chain 2, and in that same place where you just ended your round, you want to put another, I'll work over my tail here, you want to put a double crochet in that same stitch. You're doubling your stitches this round, so you want to put 2 double crochets worked in each stitch around, and at the end of this round you should have 24 stitches. Again, I'm working over my tail, and at the end of this round I want to give you a little tip if you have this spacing here, and I'll show you what I mean. So go ahead and keep putting your 2 double crochets all the way around, and I'll see you when you get to the end. Okay, I did 2 double crochets on all my stitches. The beginning chain 2 counts as a stitch, so 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So I have my 24 stitches, but if you notice there's a bit of a space here. So when there's a bit of a space there like that, I'll take one of my double crochets that was worked in this last stitch, and I'll put it in this little stitch space. I don't even know what to call it, but it closes a little bit of that gap, and then you can just slip stitch into beginning chain 2. You don't have to, and I don't put this on the pattern because it just confuses people. It's only for this video, just to show you how, see, it closes up that little gap there. So basically you just take off one of your double crochets from the last one and just move it over one. You still have 24 stitches. Okay, for round 3, and you're still with the same color. We're going to be doing our last round with this color for now before we have a color change. So for round 3, you'll chain 2, and then in the next stitch you'll put a double crochet, and then the next 2 stitches here you're going to put 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets. So in the very next double crochet you're going to put 2 double crochets in that same double crochet. Then you're going to move over to the next double crochet and you're going to put 2 double crochets in that one as well. This is what we'll be using to make our corner next round. The space in between those 2 double crochets, this space there will be our corner space. So next stitch after that is a double crochet. So you'll have a double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, double crochet, and that's like essentially your corner area. So the next 2 stitches will be half double crochets. So half double crochet in the next stitch, and then again half double crochet in the stitch after that. And then you will start your repeat. So the next stitch will be a double crochet, and then the next one will be 2 double crochets, and then again the next stitch will be 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet. Again, that's our corner. Double crochet, and then 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, double crochet. And then we'll do our middle section, which ends the repeat, which will be half double crochet, half double crochet. You'll have half double crochets worked in the next 2 stitches. And then you'll repeat that again. Double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets, double crochet. So the next stitch is double crochet. The next 2 after that is 2 double crochets. And then the next stitch after that also 2 double crochets. And then again 1 double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets. So you will repeat that all the way around till you get to the very end, and then we're going to switch colors. When you get to your end of your round, you'll have a half double crochet, and then normally you would put another half double crochet here, but the very last half double crochet of your round will always be the chain 2. So you'll always end with only 1 half double crochet, and then you'll slip stitch to end your round, and then you'll cut your yarn. Like I said, you can follow the pattern for the first 5 rows are the same between the 3 and the 4. So for round 4, I can see that my next color that I'm going to be using is gray here, and the next color I'm going to be using on the 4 one would be green. So I'm making a 3-1 because I'm making these for another project. So I'm going to use this opportunity to make another one. So I'm going to grab my gray color, and I hope my gray is going to be nice because it wasn't being nice the other day. And what I do to attach my color, it's nothing fancy. Just take the new color, giving yourself a bit of a tail, because you're going to have to hide this in, remember, with the tapestry needle. So give yourself a few inches, 2 to 3 inches, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then I just fold it in half to create a loop, and then I'll just slip that loop through my existing loop, and then I pull it down. And then I will also take my 2 tails and I will just tie a knot just to give it a little bit more security. You may not have to do that, but I just do it because it makes me feel better. Okay, so for round 2, take your new color and you will chain 2. There's parakeets, believe it or not. Okay, so you chain 2, and then the very first double crochet of your row is going to be a front post double crochet. Make sure that this chain 2 that you slip stitched into, that it can be difficult when you switch your colors. You want to make sure that you're grabbing the very first actual double crochet. So you want to yarn over and pick up that double crochet, and you'll work a front post double crochet onto that one, and then that will bring you up to your, and this is a reason why I showed you on the other color, so you could see that you have 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets. Remember I told you we're going to be using that corner space? So the 2 spaces, the 2 double crochets before that, you want to work a back post. So it'll be back post, and then we'll make our corner, and then the other 2 will be back post, back post. So the next 2 stitches, next 2 double crochets actually, you'll work a back post on each of those, and then that'll bring you to your corner. And your corner for this row will be a V-stitch of double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And again, like I said, on the other side of the corner with these 2 double crochets, you're going to put a back post worked on those 2 stitches as well. And then just like we did with our very first front post double crochet before you started your 2 back post, you're going to end that way too. So this next little single double crochet you have here before your half double crochets will also be a front post double crochet. And then you're going to always work half double crochets in your half double crochets. So find the stitch of the half double crochet and double crochet in them. So you have 2 half double crochets in a row, and then you'll repeat what we just did. You have that single double crochet here, and that will be a front post double crochet. And then now we're working with our double ones here. These 2 will be back post. So 1 back post, and then the next will be a back post. Then our very corner, which is the space between those double crochets, will be our V-stitch, which will be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then on the, you just repeat what you did on this side, exactly what you did previously. So on these next 2 will be back post and back post. And then you have your single double crochet again, which will become your front post double crochet. And then that brings you back up to your half double crochets again. And again, your half double crochets, you will always put half double crochets in those 2 half double crochets. So you want to repeat that for the whole round. Now you're coming up to your single double crochet again. So you'll front post double crochet on there, you'll back post on these 2, do your V-stitch in the center, back post on these 2, then you'll come up to the single double crochet, which you'll do a front post double crochet on, then you'll do half double crochets in your half double crochets. You just want to continue that all the way around until you get to the beginning. Okay, I've come to the end of my round. I have my last front post double crochet there, and then remember, when you're ending a round, your last stitch will be a half double crochet, and then you're going to be using the beginning chain. You'll slip stitch in it to end your round, and that chain 2 counts as your other half double crochet, because you'll always have 2 half double crochets in the middle. Okay, for round 5, and again the color changes are the same for round 5 as well, for each 3 and 4 squares. So for round 5, you'll stay with the same color and you'll chain 2. You're going to front post double crochet on that front post double crochet, and by the way, you will always front post double crochet in your very first stitch. Now the corners are the main things that change. So you want to put a double crochet in these 2 back post double crochets that we had, so your next 2 stitches will be double crochet, double crochet. So double crochet in that first back post double crochet, and then double crochet in the second back post double crochet, which brings us up to our corner. And you want to front post double crochet on this first post of the V-stitch. Then we'll work our new corner here in the middle, and then after you work your corner, you'll want to put your front post double crochet on that other post of the V-stitch. So let's start with our first post of our V-stitch and do our front post double crochet on that one. Then now we'll be working in that space, and in that you're going to be putting 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets to make our corners this round. So put 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets. And then again on our second post of our V-stitch here, we're going to be putting a front post double crochet on that. And now you're going to repeat on this side of your granny what you did on the previous side, and that is putting 1 double crochet in each one of those back post double crochets. So we'll find the post of the first back post double crochet and put a double crochet in that. And then again our next back post double crochet will also get a double crochet, which will bring us up to our front post double crochet. Again, you'll have front post double crochets on either side of your center half double crochets, and it will be like this throughout the whole granny. You'll always have a front post double crochet, half double crochet, front post double crochet. This only changes at the very end of a round, where when you'll only put 1 half double crochet in here, and then you'll slip stitch in the beginning of your chain 2, because this stitch here is your first stitch when you start a round. So let's do this half double crochet section. So the first one will be a front post double crochet, and then we'll put a half double crochet in our half double crochets, and then the next will be a front post double crochet, which will bring us back up to our corner, which again is going to be 1 double crochet worked in our back post double crochets from the previous round. And then now again we're up to our V-stitch, where the first one will be a front post double crochet, and then worked in the center hole here, our corner, will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 double crochets. And then again, don't forget you want to do a front post double crochet on that other side of your V-stitch from the previous round. And then you'll just repeat on this side. On these 2 back posts on this side, you'll put 1 double crochet in each one of those back posts, and then that brings you back up to your middle section, where you'll do front post, then half double crochet, front post, and you'll just continue that all the way around, and I will see you when you get back up to the beginning. Okay, just did my last front post double crochet before my little half double crochet area, and remember you put a half double crochet here, and then your second one will be by slip stitching in that beginning chain 2, and then you're going to want to cut, leaving yourself a bit of a tail, cut your yarn. Okay, this is where the color changes start to differ. So for round 6, if you're doing a 4 color square, you'll want to change back to your first color, which will be white. Actually, it is the same. I know why. It's going to be the same color, but the way the pattern is written, white is the 3rd color, and then on the 4th square, white is the 1st color, but essentially it's white. You need to change to white. After your first 2 colors, you need to change back to white, which for me is going to be this off color for my 3 granny square. Just going to switch it out like that by just folding the new color to create a loop with it. And again, you always want to begin with a chain of 2. So once you get your chain of 2, you can tie your previous tail and your new tail together. And again, like I said, you'll always start with a front post double crochet. Okay, so for round 6, you'll chain 2, which we did, front post on the front post double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. So basically you're going to double crochet in every stitch until your corner, and your 2 corners that you added last row will also be included, so that'll be 4 and 5. So these first 3 and then these the corner. So I'm going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2. Oh, little baby. Right next door to me, I live next to a clinic, and there's some kids getting tested or vaccinated sometimes, and you can just hear their little cries out there, wanting them to leave them alone. They don't want to get vaccinated. Okay, so you have your 5 double crochets, which will bring you right to your corner, and the corner this round will be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and then again you're going to repeat exactly what you did on your previous side of your corner, and you're going to double crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that brings you up to your front post 2 half double crochets and then your front post section. So do that. So you'll do your front post double crochet, you work a half double crochet in your half double crochets, and then you'll work your front post double crochet, and then it repeats your corner here. So you'll have 5 double crochets, and then in the corner you'll have 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and then on the other side of the corner you'll be working your 5 double crochets, which will bring you back up to your front post double crochet area with your half double crochet. So I'll spare you the crying child next door, and I'll just come back up here when I get to the end of this round. Okay, I just heard the father say thank you, and the daughter gave him what for, screaming at him, me, me, me. I can't understand them because I don't understand Hebrew, but she sounded pissed. Anyway, so to end your round, you're always going to do the same thing. You're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 2. Okay, so now it changes again. So because I'm using only 3 colors, I'm back to my maroon color again, which is dark. But don't worry, I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to separate the stitches. I'm going to make sure you know what I'm doing. So don't be afraid just because I'm using the darker color. I'm going to make sure you understand. So for the 4th color, because it's a different color, you want to switch now to whatever color that you have designed for your 2nd color or your 3rd. Okay, white would I guess be your 1st, then this would be your 2nd color, and then now this one would be your 3rd color. So for me, my 4th was orange, and on the pattern it's also orange, and then this I'm calling dark blue. It's more of a teal color. But anyway, we're now on the orange part of the 4 square pattern, and for this one, I originally had it, the first color was pink, and then the second one was blue. So on the pattern, you're going to be going back to the pink color. But for me, it's going to be maroon. Okay, so you're going to attach your color like you did before. Or either way, however you want to attach your color. And then you're always going to chain 2, and then I'm going to take this opportunity to tie. Don't pull it so tight where it actually starts to pull on the stitches. Just a couple of ties there, it's good enough. Okay, again, we'll always put a front post on our front post. Okay, so now we're going to back post. Remember we did these 5 double crochets, and now we want to create this little front part here. So we're going to be doing back post. So to make back post, you grab from behind, just like before, you push it back, and then you work a double crochet on that post. You're going to do that 5 times all the way until you get to your corner. And then in the corner this time we'll work our 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So for now, let's worry about these back posts. We need 5 in a row. We've done 1, so that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So once you have your 5 back posts in a row, I'm going to focus now on the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so on the corner here, oh yeah, we're going to be putting a front post double crochet worked on this first post of our V-stitch from the previous corner. So again, we'll do our front post double crochet on this first part of our corner. Then in the corner space itself, you'll put 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then again 2 double crochets, and then on this side, oh, we need to put our front post double crochet worked on our other post of our corner. And that brings us back up to our 5 double crochets here, which we will be putting a back post double crochet on our 5 double crochets here. So you'll have 5 back post double crochets in a row. And that's 4. And then my 5th one. Then again, you'll always work this middle section the same. So front post on your front post, half double crochet in your half double crochets, front post on your front post. So I'm going to do my front post double crochet, then I'm going to half double crochet in my 2 half double crochets, and then I'm going to front post double crochet in my front post double crochet, which brings you back up to this first front post double crochet that we did. Again, your 5, so not counting this V-stitch of the corner, just these 5 double crochets. You'll put a back post double crochet worked on each one of those. Then your corners will be front post on the first part of the V-stitch. Then you'll put 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets worked in the center. And then on the other part of your V-stitch in your corner, you'll put a front post double crochet. And then on the other side again, you'll be working your back post double crochets. And you're going to be repeating this all the way around. And except the white color that I use for like in between, all the other colors you'll always use for 2 rows. So it's only the white one that you actually change after only 1 row. So from now on, you'll have 2 rows of each of the color ones and only 1 row of the other. It's just basically there to make it pretty. So I did a front post double crochet on my corner, and then my actual corner space hole will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And then again, after that corner, you'll put a front post double crochet, which ends your corner area. And then again, up until you get to this front post, your next 5 double crochets will be back post double crochet. And then you'll just continue working your granny that way all the way around, and I'll see you when you get back up to the beginning. Again, we're going to end with that last half double crochet, and then to create our second half double crochet, you're going to slip stitch in the beginning, chain 2, and that ends round 7. So for round 8, again, you're going to stick with the same color you're using, and you're going to always begin with a chain 2 and a front post double crochet. Okay, so this row, these back posts that we did, these 5 back posts that we did, you're going to be putting a double crochet in each one of those. So double crochet in the next 5 stitches, or it may be proper to say double crochet in the next back post double crochets. You'll have 5 double crochets in a row. which will bring you up to your front post double crochet from last row. And you're going to want to put a front post double crochet on that front post double crochet. Remember, we front post double crocheted before the corner, and now we have our corner space, which was the 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and we're going to put a double crochet worked on those 2 double crochets. So of the last corner, those 2 double crochets should each have double crochet in them, which will bring us up to our hole here, which will create our new corner, which is going to be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and then you're going to repeat on this side what you did on the previous side. So we're going to put 1 double crochet in the 2 double crochets on this side, which was part of our corner before, and that'll bring you up to your front post double crochet. And then again you'll do 5 double crochets worked in your 5 back post double crochets from last round. So that's 3, 4, and 5, and then that brings you up to your front post, 2 half double crochets front post. So you'll do your front post double crochet, do your half double crochet, half double crochet, and then your front post double crochet, and then it brings us back to the repeat, where again on this side of the corner you're going to put 1 double crochet in the next 5 stitches, 3, 4, and 5, which brings us up to our front post double crochet, and we're going to be working a front post double crochet on our front post double crochet, and then it brings us up again to our corner from last round, round 7, which was 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and the first 2 double crochets we're going to put a double crochet in each one of those. So you'll have 2 double crochets in a row, and then you'll work your corner in your chain 1 space, and this round it's 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, and then again you want to put 1 double crochet in these 2 double crochets on the other side of your corner. You'll work a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. Sorry about that. And then the next 5 again will be 1 double crochet worked in the next 5 back post double crochets. So again you'll have your 5 double crochets in a row before you come back up to your front post double crochet, 2 half double crochets, half double crochets, and then your front post double crochet on the side, which then you'll just repeat the corner again, 5 double crochets in a row, front post, 2 double crochets, then your corner, and you'll just repeat this all the way around, and then I will see you at the end of round 8. Okay, so I've done my front post double crochet and then my half double crochet. Whoops, I tried to do my second half double crochet. So you have your front post double crochet, your half double crochet here, and then again, instead of your second half double crochet, you're going to slip stitch in the top of the chain 2. And then we can cut this stupid dark color, get it out of the way. Now, before every color change, no matter on the third or the third or the fourth, you're always going to have a row of white. So after your orange, now you'll switch back to your white color, and same thing with this. We're going to be switching back to our white color. So we'll switch our colors. Chain 2, tie my ends, scroll down my pattern here, maybe, there we go. Okay, for round 9, with your white color, always you'll put your front post double crochet worked on your front post double crochet. Also, another note is because you always use your white for a back post double crochet, the white itself will always be double crochets. It will never be anything else besides, of course, working your front post. The rest of the time it'll always just be double crochets. So you're going to want to double crochet in the next 8. So basically you're going to be putting 1 double crochet worked in all of these. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess this, oh yeah, when we have a V-stitch corner like this, you're always going to have a front post worked on one of those. So it won't be counted, won't be counting one of those. So 1, 2, 3, and again, your front post double crochet here will be counted and will not be a front post double crochet this round. It will be a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these next 8 stitches will be just a double crochet. So 1, and it should bring you all the way up to your first double crochet of your corner. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 8 double crochets in a row, which indeed brings us up to our corner V-stitch here. And again, like before, you're going to be working a front post double crochet on this V-stitch, and then in the space itself will be your corner, which will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then you'll work a front post double crochet on the other part of your V-stitch here. So let's start that. So front post double crochet, and then in the corner space I'm going to put 2 double crochets, chain 1. Be nice yarn. And then do my 2 more double crochets from my corner. And then on the other part of my V-stitch from my corner, I'll put my front post on that. And now you're going to repeat that. Here it is, your front post double crochet, your 2 half double crochets, front post double crochet section. So basically you're going to work until here, because you will always put your front post on your front post there, all the way down to grannies. So you know up to here. So in those next 8 stitches, it will be double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the last one? Gotta give me issues. 7 and 8. Okay. Now you'll put your front post double crochet and your front post double crochet and your half double crochets in there, your 2 half double crochets, and then your front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. And then it starts again. So remember, you have this V-stitch on the corner, which you're going to leave out of it for now, and you're going to put a double crochet in the next 8. And then on the V-stitch corner, you will put a front post double crochet, and then your new corner will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then don't forget to put that front post double crochet on that side of the corner too, and then you'll be back up to your 8 double crochets until you reach your front post here, and you'll do your front post in half double crochet section like you always do. All of a sudden I can't speak. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and I will see you when you get to the end of round 9. Okay, I'm back. Had to take a moment to had to go get some coffee because I couldn't speak. It was a little dry. So anyway, at the end of my round 9, I slip stitched in the beginning of my chain 2 as always, and now we're going to be doing color changes. So after your second white row here and your second white row here. We're down to the final stages here. So the fourth color in this one, you want to switch to the fourth color, which for me is dark blue. And for the third one here, I'm going to be switching to my second color, which on the pattern is blue, but for me it's gray. So basically change your second color. Your second color is whatever you did after your first color. So for me it's gray, for you it will be gray. Your fourth color is the color we haven't used yet at all, which goes on the end. I usually try to think lighter color and then go dark as I go out, but maybe you think otherwise. So anyway, round 10, we're going to be switching back to our gray. And do your chain 2. And then I like to take a moment and tie those, the new tail with the previous tail, the ending tail, make a couple of knots. Okay, and as always, you'll always start with the front post double crochet. Okay, so let's get a little closer. Okay, for round 10, we're gonna, after a round of white, will always be back post, because again we're going to be using the white as a border. So after a row of white, remember we're going to be doing back post, and we did 8 double crochets last row, round. So this round we're going to be doing 8 back post double crochets. So we're going to take it all the way up to our front post double crochet, and this front post double crochet will remain a front post double crochet this round. So it's only going to be, there should be a total of 8 double crochets here. So on each one of those double crochets you would put a back post. You'll turn them into back post, so you can push that previous white row forward, make it look cool. At least that's what I was hoping. Okay, so let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, got my 8 back post double crochets, which brings me up to my front post double crochet, and you'll put a front post double crochet worked on your front post double crochet. And now we're up to our previous corner, which is our 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And we're going to turn these 2 double crochets into back post double crochets as well. So you're going to want to put a back post double crochet on those 2 as well. And now in our corner here, it's going to be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So now you're going to be repeating what we did on the previous side, and the next 2 stitches will be back post. So 1 back post and 2 back posts, which brings us up to our front post double crochet, which we will put a front post double crochet on. And then again you have your 8 double crochets, which you will put a back post, you'll work a back post double crochet on each of those double crochets. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brings us up to our little section of front post double crochet, 2 half double crochets and front post double crochets. And again, you'll always work those the same. So front post double crochet, half double crochets and your half double crochets, and then front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. And now it's going to be the repeat again. So you're going to have your next 8 all the way up to your front post double crochet. Those will always be, those will be turned into 8 back post double crochets. Then front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. Then that'll bring you to your corner where you have the 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet corner here, and you're going to turn those first 2 double crochets into back post double crochets. And then in the chain 1 space you'll make your new corner, which will be back post double crochet. I'm sorry, it'll be double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, and then you will repeat this for the whole round. Be pretty easy, because this basically at this point will guide you what you need to do, especially this row. It stops you when you get to your front post double crochet. That's why the parakeets are so quiet outside. My cats are inside the house. Boy, they get out there, sit in the window. Those parakeets see them and they sound the alarm. Okay, front post on your front post. And then the next 2 will be back post. And then the corners this round will be double crochet, chain 1 double crochet. Then again the next 2 stitches will be back post, and then front post double crochet on your front post double crochet, and then again you'll be doing your 8 back post double crochet and then your center. So go ahead and repeat that all the way around for round 10, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, get to the end. Always the last one. Why does the last one always give me trouble? Okay, so last half double crochet. Whoops. And then end my round 10 by slip stitching in the top of the chain 2. So for round 11, again, you're going to keep whatever color you're working with here. And again, you're going to begin by chaining 2. And front post double crochet on the front post double crochet. So this is round 11. So you're going to be again working with these first 8 stitches, but this time they're going to be double crochets. So you want to put 1 double crochet in these next 8 back post double crochets from round 10. Which basically you just go up to your front post double crochet, right? I got 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. Okay, and you'll want a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet, and then you're going to put a double crochet. You're going to be using your V-stitch corner like to make your other corner like always. But these 2 back post double crochets before that corner, you're going to put a double crochet in each one of those. So 2 double crochets. Now the corner, you're going to be working these V-stitch corners the same. So on the first post of the V-stitch corner, you'll have a front post double crochet, and then in the space will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then don't forget you want to put your front post double crochet worked on the other part of your V-stitch corner, and then you'll have your 2 double crochets. So you put 1 double crochet in that first back post double crochet, and then a double crochet in the other back post double crochet, which brings you back up to your front post double crochet, which you will work a front post double crochet on. And then you want to put a double crochet in the next 8 back post double crochets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then it brings you to your front post and half double crochet section. So put a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet, put a half double crochet worked in your 2 half double crochets, then a front post double crochet on your next front post double crochet, and that will repeat the corner. Again, you're going to be putting 8 double crochets until you reach your front post double crochet. Then you'll put a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet, and then you'll put 1 double crochet in the next 2, which will bring you back up to your V-stitch corner, which will work a front post double crochet on this first post of your V-stitch. Then in the actual corner will be 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and then on this second post of your V-stitch, you'll put a front post double crochet on that too. And then after, you'll have your 2 back posts on this side, so you'll turn those into 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. Then you'll do your front post double crochet on your front post double crochet, and then you'll have your 8 double crochets again till you reach your front post double crochet, and then of course you'll do your front post double crochet, 2 half double crochets, front post double crochet. So you want to repeat this all the way around for round 11, and then I will see you back here for round 12. Okay, wow, it's getting so big, I'm running out of room here. Okay, so when you get to the end of round 11, again, you'll slip stitch in the top of the chain 2 and cut your yarn. And now we're going to be doing the very last row of our granny, which is round 12, and of course it's going to be the white or the off white like I have for this one. So grab that white color again, and then do a chain of 2. And again, I like to tie my tails. And then your very first for round 12 is you won't do a front post double crochet on your front post double crochet. The very last row is basically you're making a border. So you'll begin with your chain 2, but then you're going to be doing double crochets all the way to the corner. There should be 15 total. So you'll be working till you get to your hole. So from this first all the way over to your front post, there should be 15 stitches. So let's see. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Yep, all up to the corner. Now this corner will be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So it's going to be a V-stitch. So do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the corner, then turn, and it's going to be, again, you won't be doing your front post like you usually would do, nor are you going to do your half double crochets. It's going to be just double crochets all the way until you get to your corner again, and it should be a total of 32 stitches down this side. So starting with this very first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I've reached my first my first front post double crochet area. Then 16, 17, 18, then 19, I'm starting my double crochets, this other area now. 18, 19, 20, okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I got 31 stitches. Count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh, whoops, my bad. When I stopped counting here, I got confused. I do have 32 total. 32 on that full side, which brings me back up to this corner. Very corner space will be a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and then again you'll have your 32 on this side, and then the corner double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You'll continue that all the way around. And then you will end like you always do by slip stitching in the top of the chain 2, cut your yarn, and you are done. That is all 12 rounds of your 12-inch granny square, your Reverb Granny Square. I hope you liked this tutorial. You can now attach it any way you want. Like I said, making these for another project. I haven't decided. Depends on how they fit, how I'm going to sew them on. But there's so many videos out there that teach you different ways on how to attach, and everybody has their preferred methods. So for now, I guess I'm just going to refer you to one of those tutorials. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe. It really helps me out so much. Also, comment down below and let me know how you liked the tutorial. Also, I don't know when you're watching this video, but for now I am doing something different on Facebook where I have a themed set of patterns that I share every day. So say if I'm sharing 12-inch granny squares, then you can be sure you'll find at least 4 to 5 different patterns that day. So if you're looking or in the market for something specific and you see that I'm sharing something of that kind of thing, go check out my Meladora's creations on Facebook, and you'll see on my business page. Also, I do share the very first post onto my Crochet for the Masses and Crochet Zone public, those boards as well. So you can always, if you see something show up there, then you know, hey, maybe I'll go and check out the rest of them if it's something you're in the market for. So also I'm on Pinterest, where it's a group board where a lot of designers are also attached on there. I know lately I've been getting comments about people complaining or actually complimenting that the pins that I share are actual pins to patterns and not videos. It seems to be an issue there where people will find the video on every pin. Well, I can guarantee you that on my board on Pinterest, my group board, it is pinned by the designers themselves, and like 95% of them are to the free pattern itself. And if I do see them, I do try to add the pin to the pattern. So I recommend checking that out. Also have a newsletter where I post, like I said, I had the themes going on my Facebook. I'll do like the best liked and commented on post of that week, and I'll put the top 3 in a collection, and I share that in my newsletter, as well as the new tutorials that are coming out. And also I always do a roundup, a crochet roundup, and I'll put that on the newsletter as well. So you can You can get lots of information from me. If you want to sign up to the newsletter, you can find that link down below. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.